So randomly while I was warming up, prepares to do some legs, probably squats, deadlifts, wherever, and do some like pull-ups. But randomly a thought popped in my head. It's like, I'm gonna ask my friend how much he weighs, and just as a joke, he's like, "Oh, I'm totally not gonna do it. I'm totally not gonna hip thrust your weight." And he told me 180 pounds for him. I was like, I bet, man. Let's just switch my whole routine out so I can just do that. Now I told another homie. He's like, "Oh, I want to see you hip thrust." I was like, "No homo. What's your weight? I'll check in a sec." And he later on he told me, "Oh, he weighs 195 pounds." Like, I bet, man. I'm gonna go for that next after I cool down a bit. Make sure I can warm up properly, doing some pull-ups. Like I used to send them video of me doing pull-ups. Alright, man, I'm warming up my back, my hammies, everything, so I can hip thrust your weight. Let's see how many reps I can do of your weight. Right here, like I mainly actually do bicep or chin-ups because I saw like gymnastics people get a whole bunch of like bicep gains from just doing chin-ups. Now I started doing them, and my pull-ups just went on. Like my back grew, everything grew, biceps grew like crazy. Like I pretty much start with pull-ups in the beginning of my warm up. I don't consider it as to actually lift anymore at this point. I just do it for warming up the muscle. At this point, I'm gonna stop talking. I still can't believe I actually just slapped the weight. I wasn't even thinking. I was like, you know what? Let me just slap it. And I was like, okay, let's continue hip thrusting. You know, like my form's not even good, but it was good enough. I still can't believe I just slapped the shit out of it. Then, like, out of nowhere, it's like, I sent the video to one of my buddy Yetzel, the second homie. And he's like, "What's that slap? Necessary?" I was like, of course it was. Of course. You know, you gotta put the hands up there so you can make sure I can send it to one of my friends. Like, hey, man, put my hands up and everything. No hands. Oh, man. You know, he told me he's 195 pounds. I was like, I bet, man. I'm going to wait like 10, 20 minutes to make sure I'm well rested. Then it's like, oh, man, I'm going to try to do at least 20 reps of your weight. Now, I do the same thing. Like, I slapped the weight for some reason again on the 195 for some reason. I still don't understand. Like, I even moved it down, slide my hand underneath. I was like, okay, I reviewed the clipping over and over again. I was like, I must have just done it for a reason. And I looked at it, oh, I was trying to balance out. But I guess I just slapped weights randomly without realizing it. So I was like, oh, I guess that's my thing. I just slapped random weights. I don't know what was happening there. But it looks like my reps are like half-assed. Because like I mentioned, this is pretty much my first time ever doing hip thrust for like a routine. And I counted 23, but about 5 or so reps. I don't count, but I just told him I did 23. He's like, I sent him like both the homies. He's like, oh, I did 20 reps for Caleb. And he's like, bro, what? I told him, hey Siri, play Bartender by T-Pain. And I sent the same thing to Yetzel, and then both of them was like, bro, what the? No, this is a violation. I was like, no, don't worry, man. I'm wearing socks. Don't worry about it. Alright, man. I hope you enjoyed the video. That was a blast just recording this. I'm messing around with friends. Like, bro, I'm going to rep your weight out on hip thrust. I love this.